guys, it's December and I'm probably a bit late with this, but I'm going to do the end of year book tag because it's the end of the year and why not? And I'm just going to get right into it so we can get on with answering these questions. Question number 1 is, are there any books that you have started that you need to finish this year? And no, actually. Every book that I've started, I have actually gone on to finish already because I can only read one book at a time, otherwise I get confused. And I don't actually have a book on the go at the moment because I finished one last night. So, no, not really. The books that I haven't finished this year that I had started reading are the ones that I've DNF'd. So, who cares? 2 is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? And seeing as it's now past autumn and now into winter, considering yesterday it was literally snowing outside, no, quite frankly. I do have 2 books that I do read every Christmas. Does that count? I'm counting it. I read The Hogfather by Terry Pratchett because that's all about Hogswatch, which is Discworld Christmas, and it's something that I've read every single year and watched the adaptation of every single year for, well, ever since the adaptation came out, essentially, and that's been a Christmas tradition now since forever. And I'm now also reading The Christmasaurus, which is this book here, if you can see it, which is set at Christmas Eve about a Christmas dinosaur. So there's not really anything else that I read, but I read those 2 because they're Christmassy. I don't really read any sort of autumnal books that sort of transition into like autumn or winter or anything really, because I don't really have that sort of I don't really have that sort of sense of transition. I just read whatever I want to read regardless of the season. Question number 3 is there still any new releases that you're waiting for? Not in this year. Next year I've got quite a few, but this year, no, everything that I've wanted to be released has been released. And to be honest, there isn't anything else I'm sort of looking forward to being released this year. So, no. Question number 4 is, what 3 books do you want to read before the end of the year? Well, I've now read one of them, which was Mort, which I finished last night. And then I want to read The Hogfather and The Christmasaurus. And if I'm really lucky, I may read the volumes 4, 5 and 6 of I Hate Fairyland, if I have time. But to be honest, I don't think I will. I was going to start the Monsters of Verity series by V.E. Schwab, but I don't think I'm going to have enough time to actually finish those before the end of the year. And I don't really like the idea of ending the year on a book not finished. So I'm going to focus on that next year, like, at some point. So I'm just going to focus on basically The Hogfather and The Christmasaurus and I Hate Fairyland if I have time. But, yeah, I only really have 2 that I definitely want to get to. Question number 5 is there a book that you still think could shock you in becoming your book of the year? No, essentially, because I think there's nothing that could shock me, because both of the books I now want to read at the end of the year, I have now both read, so, like, previously, and so they can't really be my book of the year because I've read them before. And that's cheating, and to be honest, there's going to be nothing that beats, like, the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab, Marvel 1602 and Good Omens. You know, there's going to be nothing that beats that. Like, we'll do a video next week, probably, of my favourite books of the year, but to be honest, there's not going to be one that beats it for me at the moment, I don't think. If there is, it's going to be a miracle that I've read it, and it's going to have to go a long way to beat anything that I've read so far. And question number 6 is, have you started making reading plans for next year? Yes, and I will be making a video about this at the end of the year, in the last week of the year, hopefully, if I have time. I will be making a video of all of my reading plans and all the books that I plan to read next year. And spoiler alert, there's at least 38 that I've put on my list that I want to read next year. 38! Like, that's practically my entire reading year in one go. Whoops. But yeah, that I do have some reading plans, but I'm going to be making a separate video about that later, because if I didn't, I would be here basically for days. I would be here forever. So I'm going to wait until that video to talk about it, because it's going to be really long and I don't want to make this video really long. But those are the end of the questions and the end of year book tag. What were your favourite books of the year? Please tell me that down below, and if you've got any sort of reading plans for the end of the year, or any books that you traditionally read at the end of this year, or just tell me the answers to all of these questions down below. That'd be great. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give me a thumbs up. If you did, as I said, leave a comment down below of all the books that you want to read or any of your answers to these questions. I will leave a link down below to all of my social media if you want to check any of that out. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here. And over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time, guys, bye.